Hello everyone, let's solve this question together. Now we're given what? Into root 37 minus 6 all to the power of s is equals to what? Into what? Root 37 plus 6 all to the power of 10. We are asked to look for the value of x. Now our first step, what you're going to do here is to divide both sides by what? By into root 37 minus 6 all to the power of x. That's what you're going to do. Let's divide both sides by this. So if we divide here by into root 37 minus 6 all to the power of x, divide here also by what? Into root 37, okay, minus 6 all to the power of x. Now this divided by this is just 1, okay, equals to, now this now become what? Into root what? 37, okay, plus what? 6 all to the power of 10 divided by what? Into root what? 37 minus 6, okay, all to the power of x. Now we can also write this as what? Into root what? 37, okay, plus 6 all to the power of what? 10 divided by into root what? 37 minus 6 all to the power of s is equals to what? 1. Now our denominator here is root 37 minus 6 all to the power of x. Now if you are talking about conjugate, let's multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. If you're talking about sod, we must know what is what? Conjugate of a sod, right? So if here is negative, so the conjugate of this sod will be what? Positive. So it means that this now become what? Into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of 10 divided by what? Into root what? 37 minus 6 all to the power of x, okay, minus 6 all to the power of s, multiplied by the conjugate, which is what? Into root what? 37 plus what? 6 all to the power of x, okay, divided by into root what? 37 plus what? 6 all to the power of what? X. Now the conjugate of the denominator is now what? Root 37 plus 6, okay, because in here is minus, here will be plus. It shows that this is the conjugate of this is this. So what are we doing? We are multiplying both the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the what? Denominator. Now let's obey one of the properties of indices. If we have a to the power of m, okay, multiplied by a to the power of n, this law states that when the bases are the same, we should take a single base and add the exponent. So now become what? A to the power of m plus what? N. Now I want to obey this law here. Since this is multiplying by this and they are the same, we can take a single base, which is log what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of what? The power here is 10, the power here is x. Let's add it. That become what? X plus what? 10, okay, all divided by what? Now here, look at what you are having here. When this are multiplying by this, now you can see that the power are the same. So let me state this law again. If you have, let me state this law. If you have what? Into a multiply a to the power of what? X multiplied by b to the power of x is equals to what? Since the power are the same, then the same as what? Into a multiplied by b all to the power of x. Now we are going to obey this law here. So since the power here is x and the power here is s, if you are not wrong, if you write it as into root what? Root bracket into what? Root what? 37, okay, minus 6 multiplied by what? Root what? 37 plus 6 bracket close, then all to the power of what? X. You are not wrong. And all this is equals to what? All this is equals to what? 1. That means all this is equals to what? 1. Okay. Now let's work with our denominator. Look at our denominator here. Let's expand this bracket or this parenthesis. Note that this is into root what? 37, okay, plus 6 all to the power of x plus what? 10 divided by what? Into root 37 times root 37 will give us just what? 37. Okay. Then root 37 times 6 will give us plus 6 root what? 37. Minus 6 times this will give us minus 6 root what? 37. Okay. Then minus 6 times 6 will give us minus 36. Okay. And don't forget that all this equals to what? 1. Wow. So that this is what? Into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of x 10 divided by what? Now this will cancel out this. We are left with 30 what? 37 36. 36 equals to what? 1. Now from here, I'm going to have this is what? Into root what? 37, okay, plus 6 all to the power of what? X plus 10 divided by what? Divided by, don't forget that this is all to the power of what? X. Because you have what? X here, okay? Look at our X, okay? So we have X, we have X. So 1 to the power of S is equals to what? 1. Now at this point, what are we going to do? Let's see what we can do, because our target is to find the value of what? X. So let me remove this from here. Now at this point, we're going to do something very interesting, okay? Now, all right, now we are left with what? Into root what? 37, okay, plus what? Plus 6 all to the power of what? X plus 10 all divided by x to the power of 1 to the power of x equals 1. Don't forget that the denominator of any number is what? 1, whenever the number are not specified of a given denominator. So the denominator of this one here is 1. So by cross multiply, we want to add this is into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of x plus 1 plus 10 equals to 1 to the power of x times this will give us 1 to the power of x. Now our target is to find the value of x. So for us to remove this x here, let's multiply both power by the reciprocal of x. Don't forget that the reciprocal of s is equals to 1 over what? X, okay? So we want to multiply both power by what? 1 over x. So that this is into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of x plus 10 multiply by what? 1 over what? S is equals to what? 1. Because if you multiply both sides by 1 over x, this s will cancel out, so you are left with 1. So what to add this is what? Into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of x plus 10 divided by what? X equals to what? 1. Wow, this is amazing. Now what are we going to do at this point? Remember, one of the properties of indices, that a to the power of 0 is equals to 1, in the sense that a is not equals to what? 0. So since the base here is root 37 plus 6, we are not wrong if we decide to write this one as into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of x plus 10 divided by s is equals to into root what? 37 plus 6 all to the power of 0. We are not wrong, because by one of the properties of indices, it states that anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So root 37 plus 6 to the power of 0 is 1. Observe carefully, the bases are the same. If the bases are the same, we can ignore them and work with the what? Powers. So s plus 10 divided by x is equals to what? 0. Wow. Now at this point, let's solve for our x, because we are going to what? Simple linear what? Equation. Now what is simple linear equation? Simple linear equation is a type of equation that have the highest power of the unknown, which is what? 1. So we are left with what? X plus what? 10 divided by what? S equals to what? 0. Now we have two things to do here. Don't forget that the denominator of this 0 is 1. Okay, we can either multiply through by what? By x, or we cross multiply. So that means 1 times all this will still give us x plus what? 10 equals to x times 0 will give us 0. So let's subtract 10 from both sides, because our target is to find x. So it means that s will be equals to 0 minus what? 10. And 0 minus 10 is still minus 10. So our x is equals to minus what? 10. And this is the beautiful solution to this particular problem. So thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find it very interesting, don't hesitate. Do well to like, comment, and share it to learn ones so others will learn from it. Please, if you're not subscribed, consider to subscribe to this channel so that another exciting video you will notify. So thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye.